Are you looking to start a clothing brand? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Natalia, and I'm here with my best friend Katie. We are both FIT fashion design graduates. We both have our bachelor's degrees in fashion design. We've both worked in the fashion industry. Katie's been working in the fashion industry for over 10 years now, and she has recently launched her brand, Nello June. We have a lot of fashion industry insider experience and tips that we are going to share with you today. This is going to be an overview video, and we are making this into a series where we're going to go really in depth into each topic. If you're interested, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Let's get into it. Number one is money and having a budget. Some people can start a brand with a couple $100s if they're sewing the pieces themselves and it's a smaller brand. And some people start out with a 6-figure budget. You just need to figure out what your budget is, and that will determine everything else. In our in-depth video about money, we're going to talk about everything that you should have pre-planned and also ways to fund your business in the beginning.
Step 2 is all about defining your brand. What makes your clothing line stand out? The first thing you need to decide is what style you're going to do. Are you going to do streetwear, luxury, activewear, evening wear, or something else? Then I would figure out your audience, who they are, what they like, and how they like to shop. This is one of the most important things you need to know in the fashion industry. Next, I would nail down your brand identity. So that is your mission, your values, and what makes you different. Finally, I would choose a name, a logo, and if you'd like, you can also add a tagline to bring it all together.
Number 3 is market research. Before you launch your clothing brand, you have to know your market. You have to know what's out there, what's trending, who are your competitors. You can do this by going into stores and actually looking at the clothes within the price point and aesthetic that you're going for and seeing what type of finishes they're using, what type of fabrics are they using, what is their price point at. It's not to copy the other brand, but it's important to see what your competitors are doing so that you're not doing something lower quality than your competitors.
So what you need to do is plan backwards from your launch date because it takes a long time. I've been a product developer, I've been in charge of managing the production calendar, and I've also been the design team manager. So I know a lot about scheduling and making sure everybody stays on task.
Number 5 is designing your collection. This is the best part. This is the fun part. This is the part that everyone wants to do. This is the part where you get to draw your designs on pen and paper or on an iPad. You get to pick out your fabrics, your trims, your color story. You get to mood board. You get to come up with the branding for your hang tags and logos and your whole vibe for your brand. So this is the fun part. Enjoy this part. In our in-depth video, we will give you tips on how to do the actual design part because there is quite a bit that we learned in design school, different fundamentals and concepts that go into this section.
Step 6 is tech packs, everybody's favorite. For those of you that don't know, a tech pack is a blueprint for your garment. It tells your manufacturer exactly how to make it. I've been doing tech packs for like 10 years now, and still sometimes when I go through, there's like little things that you can miss. We will be going over everything from flat sketching, how to make CADs on Illustrator, fabric details, construction notes, what is a BOM, how to spec a garment properly. And if this is a lot for you, don't worry, I am here to help. I'm a freelance fashion designer and I can help bring your vision to life. My information will be below in the description box.
Step 7, sourcing fabrics and finding a factory. This, I'm going to be real, is the most challenging part of the entire process. In our in-depth video, we will tell you how to find a factory. The basic way is just spend a lot of time on Google, spend time on Alibaba. As for sourcing fabrics, your factory can source the fabrics for you, but you can also provide your factory with fabrics. In our in-depth video, we will talk about what fabrics work for what designs and give you a fabric overview so you're not buying a completely wrong fabric for your design and then just wasting tons of money and have to redo all the samples.
Next is prototyping and fitting. A prototype is where your sketch turns into a real garment. We will show you an example from my brand of a proto that I got in, or Natalia's brand, and how you can fit it. Usually you need a tech designer, but I've been in the industry for a while, so I also know how to fit, but also as a designer, you will just get that eye and you will see where you need to make little changes. It's extremely important that when you get your prototype, it's in a very similar fabric, if not the exact fabric it's going to be in. And then also, you always need to test it on a real person before proving it to production. So we're going to cover all these things in this step.
Step 9, photo shoot and marketing assets. Now that you have your final samples, it's time for the professional photos. You're going to need a photographer, models, maybe a stylist, hair, makeup person. There's also different kinds of photos you can do. You can do editorial photos, you can do e-com photos. We will go really in depth into this in our series video.
Pricing your collection is a very important step. This actually goes hand in hand when you're working in the beginning and when you're sending out your tech packs to your manufacturer, because they are going to need to know what price point they need to hit. Otherwise, they might send you fabrics that are completely out of your price point and you'll be surprised. We're also going to be talking about what type of pricing are you doing? Wholesale versus DTC, direct to consumer? Are you just selling it on, which is e-commerce, directly to your customer? Are you going to be offering discounts without losing a profit? Where are you going to sell your pieces? These are all important things that we're going to cover in this step.
Step 11 is production. Once you receive your pre-production sample from your factory and you approve it, then the factory can go into production. So this basically means that they're actually making your clothes. This is where you're going to stay in touch with your factory to make sure that they're on schedule. And here you want to plan ahead for shipping, packaging, and quality control.
Marketing and brand awareness. This step is extremely important because guess what? If you do all of this work and you have no audience or brand awareness, who are you going to sell your product to? Your brand will not succeed. So we really need to talk about social media strategy, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, PR firms and magazines. How do you reach out to them? How do you pitch your brand? Paid ads and influencer collaborations, and also email marketing and newsletters, and how to keep your audience engaged.
Step 13, creating a website and having an online store. You need a place to sell your clothes, and obviously in this day and age, you need to be selling online. In this step, we'll talk about how to get a domain name, how to set up your website, which platform is the best, Squarespace, Wix, etc., and how to set up a seamless checkout and customer experience for your brand.
It's time to launch and evaluate. The big day is finally here and you're live, but the work is not over yet. You need to track sales and inventory. You need to get customer feedback. We're going to be talking about adjusting your marketing strategy based on analytics that you have. And the exciting thing is we can also start to plan for your next collection if you're doing well. We will also touch base on your order fulfillment. When you're starting small, it could just be yourself, but as you grow bigger, you will probably need to hire a company. So that's all to come in the next couple of videos.
And that's the complete overview on how to start a clothing brand. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads on our series on how to start a clothing brand. And if you have any questions or want to say what are you struggling the most with starting your brand, leave them down below and Katie and I will take a look at them and answer your questions in upcoming videos. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.